Hello there. Welcome back to Max's Cards and Dice Dugout. Thanks for stopping by. This is episode 221. And this time out, we are at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland for the 2025 Army-Navy game Preplay. Just like last year, we're using Drive Time Football from Powder Blue Sports. Before we get started, I have to mention this. Last episode, 220, I did the season replay of the 1925 Pottsville Maroons using Mike Owen's Quick Play Football. And if you watched that episode, or if you know anything about that history, that season ended in controversy. Well, it was brought to my attention by a viewer that I misread the final roll for the Chicago Cardinals in the final game, giving them a late score that gave them the victory. So it's kind of interesting that not only in real life did it end in controversy, but also in my replay. Okay, that aside, Army is the visitors this year, so they'll roll first. Neither team has an opportunity for a kickoff return for a touchdown or a punt return for a touchdown, so we don't have to worry about that. And also, neither team has a safety on their card, so we don't need a safety decide or die. I'm using the black and blue for Army and Navy as my 2d6. I have a binary die, 3 zeros, 3 ones. If the 0 comes up, we're going to call that offense. The 1 will be defense. Okay, as I mentioned, Army is the visitor. They're going to go first, so first drive. It's coming from the offensive card, and it's a 9, and it's a punt. So it's an offensive roll, roll of 9, and a punt. Navy's first possession, offensive roll of a 3, and it's a fumble. So it's offensive roll 3, and it's a fumble. So we are scoreless so far. Second possession for Army, defensive roll of an 8. Defensive roll of an 8 is red zone. So Army goes into the red zone on their second roll. Defense, 8. Red zone. And we roll a 10. And a 10 is a field goal for Army. And so Army goes up 3-0. Second possession for Navy. It's a defense 6. So Army's defense 6 is also red zone. And we'll re-roll on Army's defensive red zone chart. We roll a 6. The 6 is a TD run. Oops, got that wrong. That's red zone. Red zone roll was a 6. It's a TD run. And we'll kick the extra point. I'm going to do the extra point a little bit different. If I roll a 12, both teams are 2-12. If I roll a 12, I'm going to roll again. If I get a 12 the second time, it'll be a miss or a block. And we roll a 9, so the extra point is good. And so it's Navy 7-3 going into the third possession for Army. We got to see if this is going to happen. So extra drive roll on a 2-6. It's good, and they get a 6. So that's a yes. And we'll roll for the possession. It's going to come for the defense. 9. And that's going to be another punt. So Army gets 3 in the first quarter. Navy with their extra drive, 2-6 again. And it's a 10, so that's a no. And so Navy ends up with 7. So at the end of the first quarter, it's Navy 7, Army 3. Go to the second quarter. Army from the defense, 10. And that's a fumble. And no chance for a return, so that's a 0 for Army. Navy's first possession of the second quarter is offense 8, and that's red zone. Red zone roll is an 8. It's a TD run. Extra point is good. So Navy's now leading 14-3. Second possession for Army, second quarter. It's coming off the defense, and it's a 6, and it's red zone. Red zone roll on Navy's defense is a 3. And that's a touchdown pass. Extra point is good. And it's now 14-10. Navy second possession in the second quarter. It's going to offense 2. And that's an interception. No chance for a return. All right, Army. See if they get the extra drive. That's on a 2-6. 5. So that's a yes. We have to check the end of half. 2-5. That's a 7. So that's a no. So they will get this drive. And it's coming off of Navy's defense with a 7. And that's red zone. All right. Looking at Navy's red zone defense. Roll a 7, and that is a touchdown pass. Extra point is good. So Army scores 14 in the second quarter and has 17. Now we'll resolve Navy's final drive. Extra drive rolls the same. 2-6. 5. So that's a yes. End of half is a 2-5. 3. So that's a yes. And halftime, Army leads 17-14. All right. Third quarter. First drive for Army. 5 on the offense is a red zone. All right. So we look at Army's red zone offense. Roll a 5. That's another touchdown pass. That's the third one in this game. Extra point is good. And Army scores 7 in their first segment of the third quarter. First possession, third quarter for Navy. The 6 off of the offense is red zone. Red zone roll from Navy's offense is a 9. And that's a missed, oops, sorry, wrong one. 9, that's a touchdown run. Hope I didn't mess any of those up earlier. So 9, touchdown run. Excuse my penmanship. All right, extra point is good. So Navy scores 7 in their first segment of the third quarter. Second drive for Army. 10 coming from their offense is red zone. All right, so we look at Army's offensive red zone. They roll a 2, and that's a touchdown run. Extra point is good. And 7 more points for Army. Navy's second possession of the third. It's coming off of Army's defense, and it's a 6, and it's red zone. So we'll look at Army's defense on the red zone chart. We roll a 7. That's a touchdown run. Extra point is good. All right. Final possession of the third, or actually the extra possession of the third for Army. So we'll do the extra drive roll. We roll a 5. That's a yes. Extra drive is going to come off the offense, and it's a 7, and it's another red zone trip. Rolling 9 on Army's red zone offense, and it's a missed field goal. So Army scores 14. And has 31 points after 3. Let's see if Navy gets an extra drive. Their extra drive roll is an 8. No. So Navy scores 14 and trails after 3, 31-28. So we go to the final period. Now the rules say you can have the team ahead go first in the final period. Well, that would be Army anyway, because they're the visitors. So first possession in the fourth quarter. So 7 off Army's offense is red zone. Red zone roll is an 8. Touchdown run. Extra point. It's good. That gives Army 38. First possession of the fourth quarter for Navy. So offense 7 for Navy. That's also red zone. And look at 4 is a touchdown run. Extra point. It's good. Navy still trails by 3. All right, second possession, Army of the fourth. Offense 5. Red zone again. Offensive red zone roll for Army is a 10, and it's a field goal. Oops. All right, second possession for Navy. It's going to come off Army's defense, and it's a 6, and it's red zone. Red zone roll off of Army's defense. We roll a 4. And that's a field goal. All right, so let's check this score. Navy 28, 35-38. Army 31, 38, 41. So it's 41-38 Army going into the extra rolls, or the extra drives. Okay, so first extra drive for Army on a 2-6. No. So they roll an 11. That's a no. 0. First extra drive for Navy. 10. That's also a no. Second extra drive for Army. 8. It's also a no. Second extra drive for Navy. 6. That's a yes. All right. We're going to 4 on Army's defense, and it's an interception. Probably saving the game for Army. Okay, so we get the final extra roll, or extra drive, I should say, here in the 4th. 4. That's a yes for Army. Now we got to check the end of half, end of game. 2-5, that's a 5, so that is a yes. And so that extra drive for Army comes up short. All right, last chance for Navy here. Extra drive on a 2-6. They roll a 12. That's a no. That's going to do it. So Army scores 10 in the 4th. So does Navy. No overtime. 28-38. 41 to 38. Army wins in a high-scoring, close-fought match. That's going to do it for this. Great game from Blue Powder Sports, and check it out. Check out the Facebook group. It's Drive Time Football, and I'll be back again in the near future with another video. And until then, take care.